I'm so happy that there are still, African American people out there that love each other, that show each other love, that are in relationships and have children and are married to each other. But I think the reason why it worked so much better back in the day, like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, is because a lot of African American people, men and women, even their children, had to endure racism. Now, hold on, because I know racism still exists now, but I'm saying very heavily, of course, but even more heavy, more so back then. They would literally come into your house, lynch you. They would find you on the road, and they would do the most despicable things to black people back then. Okay? Not that they've really changed now, because there's still ignorance and there's still people doing acts of hatred and stuff. So we just live in a different time, a different number, but the hatred still continues. Okay? Now, the reason why I talk about this so much and the reason why I've always been passionate about speaking out against interracial relationships and speaking for African American relationships is because, first of all, we're not represented enough. In the media, we're represented as criminals. We're represented as people who make trouble. We're represented as lowlives, even though we know that there are other people who have been on the news who have shown how fucked up they are. Okay? But when it comes to representation of African American people, we don't even see each other kissing that much as we used to back in the day. We had movies that came out that were made just for us. We had black exploitation movies where we were the heroes and the bad guys were the bad guys. Okay? They were the actual bad guys and got their asses handed to them by black men and that black woman known as Pam Grier. Okay? Women with afros looking as beautiful as ever, embracing their inner beauty, their natural beauty. Okay? You don't have many women in the black community embracing their natural hair anymore. They're saying that men say that they look ugly with their afro. Bullshit, they look ugly with afros. Any black man that's telling a black woman she looks terrible with an afro is a self-hating piece of shit himself. Because black women look the best with afros. That's the best hairstyle they've ever had. It's a damn shame it took them that long, in the 60s and the 70s to come up with that particular hairstyle, but it's the most attractive one I've ever seen in my life. And like I said, these white boys live out their fantasies with these black women that they want so badly because even if they just want them for a night, they just want to play with them in bed and throw them out the next day. You see what they did with Pam Grier. Pam Grier was the, number one icon when it came to black exploitation females because she was the only female out there, black woman out there kicking ass and taking names and doing things just like the men. She get herself in a situation, have to get herself out the situation. She didn't need to be rescued. She rescued herself, and if she had to do it in a certain type of way, then she would get it done that way. But she would still prevail in the end and come out the hero. So a white guy looks at that and says, "Oh, I wish I could get a black woman. I can't get one. So let's just put Pam Grier in the comic books and make her one of the girlfriends of this white hero." They always want to live out their sexual fantasies with black females. Now you could tell me and argue as a black woman and say, "Oh well, black men want to feel their sexual fantasies with a black woman," but the only difference is that most black men, and I'm talking about 99.9%, besides that percentage that don't like them, okay, will say that they're naturally attracted to their women, just like I'm naturally attracted to mine. So the importance of us loving each other, the importance of us loving us first and everyone else second is something that we should continue to do. Unfortunately, because you're not in a situation where racism was as bad as it was then, where they're coming into your house and doing it, but they're still showing you how much they hate you. You live in a society now where it's like some post-racial society that you believe in, where since they had a law that was passed in 1967 where you can marry anyone of a different nationality, a different ethnicity, that all of a sudden, if you're with a white man, all of a sudden, if you're with a black woman, excuse me, if you're a black man that's with a white woman, okay, or a black woman that's with a white man, suddenly racism doesn't exist anymore when half the time you're marrying people who are fucking racist to begin with. I don't understand why so many black women have an interest in white men. And they can tell me no, they don't, but they fucking do. There are still black women that don't want white men. They want to have black men. They want to have black children. They want to have black love. They want to, continue to, you know, build up the black community. Okay? But there are black women out here that actually give a fuck what a white man thinks about them. And I don't understand why we have black women like this. I don't understand why we have black men out here that are chasing white women. It doesn't make any sense. You look dumb to me. You may not look dumb to everyone because people are gonna say this message that I'm saying right now is racist because you should understand we live in a society where anybody could be with anybody they want to be. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I understand that, but at the same time, because of all the shit that black people have gone through, I don't understand why we look at a white person as an option. Nobody's our friend. We don't even want to be each other's friends, and we should be our biggest supporters because we're in this shit together, even if we're individuals. The racism is going to be directed at us more than anyone else 10 times out the fucking day. Okay? And it's not me crying over racism, and it's not me blaming people. This is a fucking fact. This is what's been going on, and it still continues now. And I've been alive for 45 years and still see it. So this is not bullshit. It's bullshit to people that don't experience racism, because most of the time, the people that don't experience the shit and tell you that you're race baiting, tell you that you're full of shit, that racism doesn't exist anymore, are the ones who are perpetrating it against you. So of course they're going to tell you it doesn't exist, because they're fucking practicing it against you. So why would they tell you anything other than that? And they want to talk about, they dividing us. No, nobody's dividing anybody. You fucking people don't like us. That's all there is to it. Now, there are some white people that are actually generally do like black people, and I could rock with those people. Yeah, I could be cool with you. But I'm not going to sleep with no white woman that's like that. I don't have an attraction to white women. I don't understand why there are black men that have attraction to white women. I don't understand why there are black women that have an attraction to white men. I don't understand at all. But that is a choice that they make. But as far as I'm concerned, my channel does not practice or preach that. My channel is about black people who love each other. Black people who want to be with each other. I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30, 100 fucking black people. This station, this channel, whatever you want to call it, that's on this platform is based on that, and that's what it's dedicated to. You're not going to ever see me, give a shout out or give a congratulations or a celebratory nod to a black woman that's with a white man, to a black man that's with a white woman, because I don't see the greatness of it. They're human beings just like us, if you want to call them human beings, with some of the way they're acting, some of the ways what they do and how they act towards us doesn't want me to call them a human being, want me to call them a demon. Okay? And we got bad black people too, but I'm talking about my people. I'm on code here. Okay? I don't understand why there's any black woman that is buying a novel about a black woman getting into a relationship with a white man, being her mistress, not even being her wife, but you're being his mistress. You're being the mistress of a white man who is a billionaire, who has a white wife at home, but you're content being the whore, basically, for the white man. The person that he sleeps with when he gets tired of his wife bitching in his ear. Okay? I don't understand why there's so many black women out here that are buying these fucking interracial romance novels. And they fucking sell. And I promise you, white women are not buying them. Black women are buying these fucking novels about being with the Asian man, being with the white man specifically in these fucking novels. It's some sick shit. It's a real sick ass fucking condition, a mental condition. When they talk about black people being, having trauma from our ancestors with the slavery, trauma going through the ages of, from this family tree up into this person, from the bloodline, from this bloodline. I can believe that, because it has to be a mental condition that black women are being attracted to white men. It's ridiculous. You can tell me they got power, they're in control. I don't give a fuck. Some of the black female slaves went willingly to these white men and had relations with them in bed, sexual encounters, making the men mandingos, baby breeders with these favorite females that were in these men's beds. It's disgusting to me. And I'm not going to take back what I say. It's disgusting to me when I see these relationships. It is. And it will sound as hateful as it wants to sound to you people who don't understand where I'm coming from. But as far as I'm concerned, because I was raised a certain way, not to hate people, but I was raised for black love. That's where I was raised at. I saw black people together, not white and black together. Friends, you can be friends with them, yeah. But being in a relationship, romantically, marriage type relationships, no. No. I can forgive a black woman if she had a white boyfriend. But I can never forgive her if she had a child with that white man. No. I couldn't do it. Could not do it at all. And I know there's black women out here that have the same standards for black men, and that's fine too. Because I'm not giving the black men a pass for when they want to go out there and, hunt down a white woman to be with, because you look just as stupid as the swirlers do. A black man is out here chasing a white woman who has a history of getting his ass killed. Okay? You could say, yeah, black women get you killed too. Okay, but the black man died majority of the time down back in the day in the history books because of a lie that a white woman told. Can't even look at her, can't whistle at her, don't even touch her, don't even look in the same direction, or you're dead over a white woman. And white women are not even that fucking great. I don't see the greatness of a white woman. I'm not doing this to slam them. I don't see what black men see in white women, because I am highly attracted to black women. I love their bodies. I love the way they look. Like I said, there are some black women that don't deserve no black man's love because they're ratchet, they're hateful, they don't give a shit about black men. They want to talk about, they want you to die by the police officer. They want the police officer to take you out of this world. They want to, cover for white men that abuse other black women. They want to tell you how much of a piece of shit that you are as a black man, that you ain't shit. So I understand that there are some black men that are going to feel like, yo, I don't want to mess with black women anymore because this is the way that they talk and this is the way they feel. I understand that. But myself, I cannot help but be attracted to the women that are my counterparts. I cannot help it, nor do I want to help it, because I'm not going after the type of black women that talk shit like that. I'm not going after black women that want white men. I'm not going after black women that are feminist. I'm not going after black women that want to be with white men, want to be in that white world, want to be whitewashed. I'm going for black women that love themselves, that don't mind rocking their natural hair, that, look just as good in a dress as they do in anything else, okay? And have respect for themselves and not out here acting like whores, okay? And for any idiot that says, oh, that's all, they all act like that, is not true. It's not. Just like goddamn well as a black man, that is not true about everything they say about us. So if it's not true about everything they say for us, how the fuck is it true for everything they say about them? Yes, we got a lot of fucked up black people, men and women, but that's not everybody. So I'm not going to get on the boat and say, oh, every fucking black woman is a Keisha. Every black man is a Tyrone and a whatever the fuck name they give you when you're ghetto and shit like that, okay? No, it's not true. So I'm not going to fall into that. I'm sorry. I'm attracted to black women. So of course, when I see a black woman, fucking with a white boy, that's going to piss me the fuck off. Yeah, it is. It is. But at the same time, when I think about it, it's like, I don't really need to get mad, because if she chose a white man, she damn sure ain't fucking with me. So there's really no reason for me to get mad. If I have a girlfriend and she has a tendency to say, oh yeah, this white boy's attractive, then she had a history of, she might have had him in one of her history as dating, I might look at that like, okay, that's a red flag. I gotta be careful. But if it's a black chick that openly says that she's attracted to white dudes and she can't stand black men, I have no need or want to know what the fuck else she has to say, because she ain't saying nothing that I need to know about. Like I said, they're the ones out here buying these fucking romance novels with black women being whores to white men. It's ridiculous. It says a lot about you as a woman if you like that kind of reading. Not even about the fact that you are wanting to be with a white man, but that you want to be his whore, not even his wife. And then you got books telling black women how to act around white men to get one. You need instructions on how to be with a white man? Man, I tell you, the world is really crazy. I've never in my life ever seen these things until I've gotten older, because there was never instruction manuals on how to act, except etiquette, rules of etiquette. If you want to act a certain way when you're at the dinner table because you're at a business dinner or you're in someone's home and they often to feed you. There's certain ways you should act at the table, but not to act how to get a white person. That is pathetic. And the fact that we got black women buying these romance interracial novels, buying these fucking instruction manuals on how to act like a woman in front of a white man to get him and grab him, it's pathetic. And they want to tell us about how when they get married to a white man, that the divorce rate is very fucking low. First of all, you don't marry him that much. Second of all, when you do marry him, half the time it doesn't fucking work out. And then the other half, you're getting deleted by him because we see this all the fucking time. Even if you want to deny it because you don't want your ego to be blasted because you say black men have an ego. Yes, we do, but we don't have a big of enough ego to tell you shit that's not really happening because it is happening. You're seeing it. And every time these women are murdered by when these black women are murdered by a black man, they'll definitely get on in front of the camera and talk shit. Once the black woman gets murdered, deleted, whatever the fuck you want to call it, by a white man, all of a sudden, all I could do is hear birds. All you can do is hear birds chirping. Nobody's talking because they don't want to talk about that side of the relationship. They just want to spin the relationship about, oh, white Prince Charming comes to say black female from the big old black man, like every single black man is bad. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's ridiculous. It sickens me to my core that we have black people that should be loving each other and be seeing more positive images of each other. But instead, when you look on TV, what do you see? A black woman with a white man in a soap opera or a television show or a commercial. When I was growing up, they had mad black people in relationships with each other on television and movies everywhere. And I seen in life. And yes, they had shows where they got these black men messing with these white women too, but that shouldn't affect me. It never affected me. I knew what I wanted, and it was a black woman. That was it. And then, of course, there was attraction to Asian women when I started getting into anime. Of course. But like I said, I want to settle down with a black woman and have black children. That's me. We see too many negative... And I'm going to tell you like this. If it was back in the day like it was when I was young, where we saw a lot more positive reinforcement of our relationships together, us being in love, us kissing, us just loving each other as black people instead of seeing all this, interracial bullshit they put on now, where a black woman will go on a television show and have no one to choose from but white men. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? If she was a real black woman, she wouldn't even go on no show like that. If it was a real black man going on the show and there's nothing but white people there and choices of white women to choose from, you wouldn't go on that fucking show. Real black men and real black women go on television shows and dating shows where they have their own options as their own people as their own options. They don't go on to these other shows with wanting to be with Asian, white, whatever other fucking non-person in their community unless they have that tendency. You're only going to see a black woman who wants to be with a white man go on a television show like The Bachelorette or The Bachelor to get with white men because that's what they want. And the same goes for black men going on these damn shows vying for the affections of a white woman. It's embarrassing to see this shit by black people. It really is. And you keep coming up short every time you get in these relationships with these white people. You're always the one that loses. Always the one that loses because they can go to their people and leave your ass high and dry. And then some of you stupid motherfuckers will still make excuse for them, especially the women. I'm sorry to call you stupid motherfuckers, but that's what you are. When you let yourself be played by someone because of color of their skin, because you believe they're better than everybody else, especially your own people, and they play you like you ain't shit, and you still defend them, you look like a fucking dummy. That's all there is to it. You look like an idiot. A complete idiot. And people have the right to make fun of you. They have the right to ridicule you. They have the right to mock you because you deserve it. And then you keep going back and doing the same thing. Oh, black men treat me like shit, so I'm never going back to black men. Then the white man treats you like shit, but you'll keep going back to him. You look like a fucking idiot. You really do. And black men look stupid too, doing what they do with these white women when these white women cheat on them with white men. It's so dumb. It really is. You look dumb. Of course, we're not all going to be in good relations with our own people as well, but there's always going to be someone in our own community we could get with and vibe with and connect with and be with. Why do you have to step out of your community to go with someone else? Why? You think it's going to be better? Because obviously that's not true. It's not going to be better. Those women that get up there and lie and say, oh yeah, I've been so much better with my white man. He's treated me so much better. Then the next minute you see they full of shit and they're arguing and they're about to get divorced. because they lie to you black females and make you think that the white man is so much better when he's fucking not. It sickens me to my core that we got black women out here that even will try to just experiment. I just want to try one white boy. It sickens me to my core that we even give a fuck about trying. Why do you care what they think about you? You should be caring about what your own people think about you. Fuck what they think about you. Look what the fuck they've done to you all this time. And I'm not asking you to be hateful. I am telling you that you need to look into yourself as a black person and stop caring about what white people think about you and start giving a fuck about, number one, what you think about yourself, what you want to be, what you know you can contribute to this world, and what you can do for your people and what your people can do for you, and why we should love each other above all else. Every time we're fighting everybody else's battles, we're not fighting our own. If we do fight, we're fighting each other instead of fighting the enemy that wants us to fight each other and laughs and sit backs and has popcorn while we kill each other. That's the fucking problem that I continue to see. And that's what makes me want to keep coming back and doing these videos. I'm already going longer in this video than I'm supposed to go because I'm just looking up at my ceiling while I am talking with a blank screen right now, holding this fucking phone in my hand. And I'm pretty sure hardly anybody will watch this shit. YouTube will shadow ban this shit if they don't remove the shit because they'll say it's hate speech when it's not hate speech. How the fuck am I always labeled as someone that's speaking hate speech when I love my fucking people and want my people to be together? I can barely get them to watch videos that I do when I talk about my love of them, when I show love for them, and these little art things that I put up with the music in the background. Nobody really watches it. But I have another channel that's completely dedicated to anime and video games, and that shit is fun. That gets more fucking views than me talking about my own people and the love I have for them and my women. Isn't that sad? That's fucking sad, right? But that's what YouTube does. And it's not just YouTube, it's the people too. The most black people don't give a fuck about each other. They don't care. They care more about what they white friends think. They care more about going after a white person or a non-black person. That's what the fuck they want. They don't love each other. Black people don't believe that black people are good enough for them. That's what it comes down to. Now I know that there's still black people out there that's getting married. There's black people out there that are having children and are, doing well. I understand that, and I really appreciate that. Thank God that we have not all just gone to shit. But the bottom line is that there are too many black people out here that care more about getting into interracial relationships. They will even support interracial relationships when they say they love black first. How the fuck are you supporting interracial relationships when you say you're black first? Black first means black love first, black marriage first, black man, black woman, black children, not fucking interracial madness. But you people keep falling into this trap. You keep letting people make you think that other people from other nations, other ethnicities, other communities are better than your own. Yeah, we got some really fucked up people in the black community, but that does not define everybody in the community. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of you fucking people. It's not even the fucking views. You fucking people are hard-headed, and that's why you keep having the same failures over and over again. Nobody respects you. Black women out here think they doing something special when they got a white man on their arm, a billionaire. I don't give a fuck how much money he got. How does he treat you? Most of them motherfuckers treat you like shit. Most of them got people on the side. They fucking white women on the side. And your black ass is at home waiting for him to come home so you cook him a meal. It's ridiculous. It really is. I can't stand when I see a black woman go crazy over a white man. It sickens me to my core. And I get embarrassed when I see black men chasing after white women. It sickens me to my core too. I don't care if you're in a relationship with a person of another race, another ethnicity, have you? Do whatever you want. But like I said, that's not wanted on this channel. It's not. And you can say it's hatred, but it's not hatred. I have a right to feel the way I feel, and I'm not taking it back because your feelings are hurt. It does not matter to me. Somebody doesn't want to smoke. You're not going to make them smoke. If somebody doesn't want to drink or do drugs, you're not going to make them do it. So you're not going to make me ever accept interracial relationships. I don't give a fuck how many times you try in the movies, how many times you try in our comic books, our video games, our media. You ain't never making me feel like it's normal because it's not fucking normal to me. And it never will be normal. I don't care if you're biracial and you feel like this is a message that fucking hurts your feelings or feels like it's a message of hatred. It's not. It's my feelings and how I feel, how I grew up. I was never raised to hate nobody, and I don't hate nobody now. But I'm never going to accept that union because I don't believe in it. And it's fucking ridiculous that many black people decide that they want to throw their lives away with someone from another ethnicity, especially white, because they think that those people are better than their own fucking people. That is a sad, sad reality and a sad, sad truth. And I know this video went too long, so I'm going to stop right now. But if anybody listened all the way to the end, this is the reason why I do this. This is the big ass, long, 24-minute reason, 25-minute reason, excuse me, because it's 25 minutes now. I'm looking on my clock, that I do what I do when I do it. I'll talk to you later.